Ciao, what's up everybody? Alright, we're on Winway. It's been raining all day, so this was my choice of filming area. We're going to talk about how to pick up chicks in Vietnam. It's pretty easy. It's much less complicated than you would think it is. It's going to boil down to like you, but before we get into the video, I would like to say the rest of the Korea content, which is high quality, regular YouTube content, is available on the Patreon. Patreon.com/fatandbroke. You could sign up for $110 a year, which is the best value, or do $5 a month, or even $10, $11 a month, or $20 a month, whatever tier you want to join up for. So there's lots of other goodies on there. I'm also going to introduce some other classes on the Patreon channel that we'll talk about in the future. It's pretty much going to be for new YouTubers and you want to be a YouTuber questions type deals, because a lot of people I meet are asking me to start YouTube channels and asking for advice. So instead of having that conversation 3 times a week, we're just going to have classes on Patreon on a tier system for that. So there's all kinds of extra stuff on Patreon. If you want to see restaurants I really don't like in Saigon, they're on there because I don't want to hurt the business, so I would never post it on the actual YouTube channel. But it is available on the Patreon. So yeah, let's talk about picking up women in Vietnam. It is quite easier than what you would think it is. There are lots of tourists here today. He's got the Kardashian biker shorts on. So you don't need Tinder, you don't need apps, you don't need Vietnam Cupid, you don't need Bumble, you don't need absolutely any of this stuff. This is, you know, most of Southeast Asia, it's pretty easy. I would say most of the world, it's pretty easy to meet a woman if you have any kind of confidence and self-worth. And the first way you're going to want to build confidence and self-worth, even if you're fat, overweight, ugly, is get in the gym. Get in the gym at least 3 to 5 days out of the week. Start running every day. Start walking every day. Start having a self-appreciation for yourself and confidence. These things alone can build a great amount of confidence. Say if you're a big, chubbier dude like me, which I am. I'm a chubby guy. I have been my whole life. When I got here, I was pretty skinny. I was like 185 pounds. I was in really good shape, and I had lots of confidence. I still have the same amount of confidence now. Now I am married, so for me, I don't go out and hit on chicks anymore, any of this stuff. But, you know, the start to being successful and to being confident and to talking to a woman, pretty much cold calling, essentially like on a street or in a store, is first building your confidence, you know. And the way you build your confidence is you start to get in shape. You know, even if you're taking little steps like walking 10,000 steps a day, and then going to 15,000 steps a day, and then 20,000 steps a day. These things all can help you to become a more confident man. And then try to build up your worth, you know, your actual net worth. Try to accumulate money, you know, don't just have one hustle. It's funny, everybody thinks I only do YouTube, which is fine. I'm okay with people thinking that. But I have, of course, other hustles. I mean, everyone should have multiple different kinds of income coming into you. And then you should have passive income, whether it's investing in stock market or crypto. And crypto's not the best right now, but it will recover. Or all kinds of different things. You know, coming up with the marketing, copywriting, you know, pretty much what Tate sells on Hustler University. So that first thing is to build a little bit of confidence. And then once you have a little bit of confidence, you can just, you know, in Vietnam, for example, like, I can be out somewhere, and if this is anywhere, like if a girl looks at you once or twice, and then she smiles, you have gotten the okay, she has given you the green light to come over and start a small conversation. And you don't need to drag this out. This doesn't need to be a 5-minute conversation. You don't need to come up and say she's beautiful. You don't even need to do a compliment. You just need to come up and think, hey, I think we should go out maybe sometime. Let me get your phone number. And then you open your phone, and here you would open Zalo and have your QR code out or your QR scanner. And, you know, 9 times out of 10, if you packaged it right and you're carrying body confidence and the look in your face, and if you're dressed right, that's the other thing. I meet a lot of guys that ask me about this stuff, and they've got like a polo shirt on and they're 30 pounds overweight. Their big guts hanging out in the polo belly. Yeah, I got a gut too, but dress to your body, you know. I'm gonna say if you're an overweight guy, don't wear a polo shirt, you know. Don't wear an Under Armour shirt and Under Armour shorts. to think you're gonna get a woman of any kind of value. You need to dress appropriately. Now, I'm not saying go buy Gucci and shit, but go to H&M, go get some nice dress down shirts, some button down shirts, get a couple nice pairs of shorts, have a nice pair of sneakers on that are clean, look presentable, be shaven, have a haircut, you know, and that's really it. And it's pretty easy to just continuously, daily, you know, ask chicks for phone numbers and then make dates. You don't have to rely on an app. You know, these apps are getting more and more difficult as time progresses because there's more and more competition in these apps as time flies by. Oh, these chicks are photo session over here. I'm trying to get the light from that building. So, you know, even now as I'm married, my wife gets hit on too. We both do. She got hit on in Korea a bunch. But like, I'll be somewhere and a chick will look at me a few times. That's an easy go ahead to be like, well, strike up a conversation. You know, and like I said, it doesn't need to be a long conversation. You don't need to go, you're the most beautiful thing I ever seen. Like, let me come up with something original, you know? And as you do this more, you'll hone in on this skill set, you know? And you don't want to lean too far in how you're looking. You don't need to have perfect gelled hair and perfect, you know? You just need to have somewhat your shit together, and you need to have self-confidence, and then that self-confidence will bring you into things, you know? To the flip side, you can use apps. I recommend to stay away from apps. You know, the best relationships I've had in life have not been off of apps. It's been off of meeting people in real life. Those last the longest and have the best results. You know, it's something about apps. I don't think they're ever been really that great, and they're never going to be that great. You know, Tinder, for example, requires an extremely large amount of time per day into that thing to do it right. And if you're just swiping right, you're not going to get anything good. You know, if you're not taking your time reading each profile and looking at each picture and really liking that person and then disliking what you don't like, you're not going to get good results. You know, their AI is so advanced now because it's been around for so long. And it's the same with like Bumble. Like Bumble's even worse. Like these things are all just going to lower self-esteem for the most part. You know, you'll find that you have a pretty high success rate, whether it be here, Thailand, or really anywhere in Southeast, really anywhere in the world. You know, it's much more difficult in America in certain states to cold call essentially and go up to someone out of the blue. Women aren't as inclined to give you a look of okay, in especially like California and New York, and you know, which is understandable. These women think they're of extremely high value, so they're looking for like Brad Pitts. You know, they're very, not all women, and I'm not lumping all women into all women, but they're a bit more superficial than, you know, other women across the world. You know, it's very important that, like, same in like Romania and stuff, like a lot of, you know, Western culture women that feel that they're high value are looking for a high value match. So here in Southeast Asia, it's not necessarily that big of a thing. It's not that big of a deal, you know. They're just looking for someone to treat them right, that they are attracted to, and see where it goes. So you don't need to put a lot of like thought into this stuff. Like I said, the biggest thing you need to do is, if you're not in good shape, start working out. Even if you are in good shape, have a good workout program, have a good workout routine. Start focusing on making a better life for yourself. Hold on. So it's really about like having that confidence, being out. You know, you can meet a chick. My one buddy that's in Wungtaus, like, I don't know, 60, he meets chicks every day, like half his age, because he's got confidence, and he just goes up to him and he says, hey, you want to have a coffee? If he's at like Highlands, and he'll sit down, chat the chick up, get her phone number, and boom, he's going on dates. Like, if a 60-year-old guy can pick up a 35-year-old chick, you guys can pick up a lot of things here. Like, it's all about like what you're gonna do and the way you're gonna do it. And you know, Vietnam Cupid, From what I've talked to with my friends that are on it, every chick on there seems to want to get married within like 3 months. That seems to be the very serious site. So again, I'm not recommending apps. I'm recommending that you learn IRL game, which is a dying art form. So practice up on that. Sharpen your tool box in being a IRL chatter and talking to chicks in person. And then be ready for some getting shut down, rejection. You know, rejection's part of it. It's all part of the game. And that's okay. Just go on to the next. You can be like my one buddy here that would just be like, he would just shoot a shot every second. He'd get rejected, next chick next to her. Just keep going. And he had a pretty good rate too. So I do have to stop filming. There's more on this I want to talk about. I've done these videos before. We're going to do another video. It's starting to rain pretty consistently here. So I am going to turn off, put my camera in the bag because this is not a waterproof camera. But I hope this helps out some of you guys. I get this question so much, at least 3 times a week in the comments and then emails. So I'm going to continue to make these tile videos. Like I said, the best thing you can do is try to hit on chicks in person and in real life. The easiest way to get their number is to just pull your phone out and hand it to them. Don't even ask. So that's it in closing. If you did like this video, I'd appreciate it if you liked, commented, and subscribed. If you didn't, dislike it, leave a shitty comment, unsubscribe, find another YouTuber. It's all good. I'm not going to be butthurt about it. So thanks for watching. Stay frosty. Sign up for the Patreon. See you on the next one. Peace out.